The meeting room will come to order. We are now holding an official meeting of the Amboy FFA chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you. Madam President, the Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I try to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and right wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be let out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 7 members and 7 guests present, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA membership possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Amboy FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Is there any further business?
Madam Chair.
Grace.
I move that the Amboy FFA chapter host a recycling program on the last Saturday of each month in the school shop.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Grace and seconded by Bryson that the Amboy FFA chapter hosts a recycling program on the last Saturday of each month in the school shop. This is debatable, amendable, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any debate?
Madam Chair.
Grace.
I'm in favor of this motion because not only is it a great way to take care of our earth, but it's also a great way to help our chapter get involved. And I just overall think this is a really great idea. So I urge you to vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair. Laney.
I'm in favor of this motion because not many people in Amboy recycle, and it could encourage more families to start recycling. In addition to that, our school shop has plenty of room to be very organized with our recycling, which is why I urge you to vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair.
Bryson.
I'm in favor of this motion because our school shop has plenty of room in an area that was specially designated to recycling 5 years ago when we did have a recycling program. It was very efficient and everybody seemed to like it. That's why I urge you to vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair.
Quinn.
I'm in favor of this motion because I think that recycling would be very good for our environment. I think our school grounds look a lot sharper. That's why I think you should vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair.
Tyler.
I'm opposed to this motion because in these summer months, way too many people are busy on vacations. Also, we have way too many people in the FFA that are always busy on Saturdays, so they would not be able to help on this motion. That's why I urge you to vote opposed to this motion.
Madam Chair.
Natalie.
I'm opposed to this motion because although we do have a lot of open room in our shop, putting a lot of recycling in it on every Saturday of each month and the last Saturday of each month is really going to overflow the school shop, and it might interfere with the welding classes that our FFA members really cherish. That's why I urge you to vote opposed.
Madam Chair.
Laney.
I move to amend this motion by inserting the word freshman after chapter so that it reads, I move that the Amboy FFA chapter freshmen host a recycling program on the last Saturday of each month in the school shop.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Laney and seconded by Bryson to amend the main motion so that it reads the Amboy FFA chapter freshmen host a recycling program on the last Saturday of each month in the school shop. This is debatable, amendable, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any debate?
Madam
Chair.
Laney.
I'm in favor of this motion because I think this is a great way to get our first-year FFA members more involved in FFA and in our community. In addition to that, not as many of the freshmen have after-school jobs, so on Saturdays they should be free, which is why I urge you to vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair,
Great.
I'm opposed to this motion because many of our freshmen are very immature and they will just ruin the whole entire concept of cleaning up everything because they'll just destroy it all. So I urge you to vote against this motion.
Madam Chair.
Bryson.
I'm opposed to this motion because our freshmen are both inexperienced and irresponsible. They would ruin the entire program and we just wouldn't want them to be part of it. That's why I urge you to vote against this motion.
Madam Chair.
Quinn.
I'm in favor of this motion because I think that our freshmen aren't as busy on Saturdays, and they're always great help to our community, and they would be able to help with this topic. That's why I think you should go in favor of this motion.
Is there any further debate? Seeing none, we will now proceed to a vote. All those in favor of amending the main motion so that it reads, the Amboy FFA chapter freshmen host a recycling program on the last Saturday of each month in the school shop, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
The noes have it, the motion fails.
Madam Chair.
Natalie.
I move to take a 5-minute recess.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Natalie and seconded by Tyler to take a 5-minute recess. This is not debatable, however, is amendable and requires a majority vote to pass. Are there any amendments? Seeing none, we will now proceed to a vote. All those in favor of taking a 5-minute recess, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
The noes have it, the motion fails. Is there any further debate on the main motion that the Amboy FFA chapter hosts a recycling program on the last Saturday of each month in the school shop?
Madam Chair.
Bryson.
I move to postpone this motion definitely.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Bryson and seconded by Laney to postpone this motion definitely. This is debatable, amendable, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any debate?
Madam Chair.
Bryson.
I'm in favor of this motion because our current recycling program in town is shutting down next month. I think if we postpone this to our next meeting, that it would be more efficient and everyone could get a better idea of what it would be like not to have a recycling program. That's why I urge you to vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair.
Laney.
I'm in favor of this motion because I think if we postpone this to our next meeting, we'll have more time to get more information on who will really be helping with this recycling program and where in the school shop we can have it. So please vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair.
Great.
I'm in favor of this motion because we're not coming to a very good decision right now because a lot of us are not focused on this because we have homework to do. And so I feel as though if we postpone it to a different time, we'll be more focused and make a better decision. So I urge you to vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair.
Quinn.
I'm in favor of this motion because I believe that postponing this motion would be way better because everyone will be out of school and we can make a much wiser decision. That's why I think you should vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair.
Natalie.
I'm opposed to this motion because our town's recycling program is shutting down next month and our meeting is coming after next month of it shutting down. So if we do not decide on this matter right now, then for a couple days next month, we will not have any recycling programs in our town, which means that a lot of recycling that could be used to help the earth is just going to go straight in the trash. So it makes no sense to be putting this motion off at this moment. That's why I urge you to vote opposed.
Madam Chair.
Tyler.
I'm opposed to this motion because at our next regular scheduled meeting, we will be out of school, so none of us will be wanting to come to a meeting to talk about this. And that's why I urge you to vote opposed to this motion.
Madam Chair,
Grace.
I rise to parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
What vote is required to pass this motion?
A majority vote is required to pass postpone definitely. Is there any further debate? Seeing none, we will now proceed to a vote. All those in favor of postponing this main motion to our next regularly scheduled meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
The noes have it, the motion fails. Is there any further debate?
Madam Chair.
Natalie.
Personally, I think that we do not have enough members to run this recycling program. 5 years ago, when we had this recycling program, it was very successful, but our rate in FFA for member engagement was a lot higher. And we do not have that engagement right now, and FFA members are very busy and do not have any of the time to be running this recycling program because it takes a lot of commitment to be doing this. That's why I urge you all to vote opposed to this motion.
Madam Chair.
Bryson.
I'm in favor of this motion because a lot of people in Amboy recycle, and student council did a recycling thing 2 years ago and they had a lot of luck with it. A lot of people participated and I just think that it would be a good idea for our community. That's why I urge you to vote in favor of this motion.
Madam Chair.
Tyler.
I'm opposed to this motion because we do not want people seeing our school shop because it is very dirty, and we do not want the community hating on how our school shop is very bad and it's disgusting. That's why I urge you to vote opposed to this motion.
Is there any further debate? Seeing none, we will now proceed to a vote. All those in favor that the Amboy FFA chapter hosts a recycling program on the last Saturday of each month in the school shop, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
The ayes have it, the motion passes. Is there any further business? Mr. Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this meeting of the Amboy FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I now declare this meeting adjourned.
Okay guys, we'd like to rise for your oral questions. Thank you. So congratulations on making it to the state level. You represented your chapter very well today, so congratulations. Madam President, I'm going to begin with you for oral questions. If the entire agenda is completed at a meeting, can the chair adjourn the meeting without a motion and a vote?
Yes.
Explain your answer.
If the agenda is completed, then the meeting is considered a complete meeting and can be adjourned.
Thank you. And then your second question today. What does non-biased mean as it pertains to your job as chair?
I cannot favor members over other members.
Okay, thank you very much. The Vice President, your questions. If the motion to recess passes, what happens to the meeting?
We'll go into a recess depending on the amount of time that the motion for recess was stated for.
And if the motion to recess fails, what happens to the meeting?
We'll continue our meeting as planned.
The Sentinel. What is the purpose of the motion postponed to a certain time?
To postpone a motion to your next regularly scheduled meeting.
And how long can a motion be postponed if a chapter holds a regular business meeting every week at the same day?
1 week.
Thank you very much. Let's take a look at the treasurer I have next. What is a secondary amendment?
An amendment that has been applied to a primary amendment.
Okay, and can you amend a secondary amendment?
No, you can't.
Okay, thank you. The secretary, your questions are coming up next. What are the duties and responsibilities of the secretary regarding the agenda for chapter meetings as listed in the official FFA manual?